Hi, good afternoon. My name is Champuyan. So today I'm going to present the case of Patin requirement 3, which is MFRS 116. So let's get started. First, I will explain the definition of MFRS 116, which is the property, plant and equipment. MFRS 116 are tangible assets that are held for use in production or supply in good or service. For example, the machines used in the production line. And second, for render to others, and third will be administrative purpose. For example, the equipment and the furniture used in the office, and those are expected used in more than one period. And however, MFRS 116 also state that that is not applicable to the following PPE, such as the PPE held for sales and investment property, and even the biological asset that are in relation to agriculture activity. And last is exploration and evaluation asset. Next, the principal issue in accounting policy of PPE are the recognition of asset and the determination of their carrying amount, and the depreciation changes, and even the impairment losses to be recognized in relation to that. So based on the Shah case, the tangible assets are cage, storage facility and drum flood, and they are all under the MFRS 116. And those facilities are directly involved in the farm operation, and they have been used for years. So next, I will pass the initial recognition to my friend Sheila. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Shaira. I'm going to talk about the recognition of PPE from MFRS 116. So we're going to look through paragraph 7, 15 and 16 from the MFRS. Firstly is paragraph 7. According to paragraph 7, the cost of an item of PPE shall be recognized as an asset if it is probable that future economic benefits associated with the item will flow to the entity, and the cost of the item can be measured reliably. So as for Shah cases, the steel and the net from the cages, which is the small cages and the larger cages, were used to place the fish seed and harvested for sale when it reached maturity after 6 months. Therefore, there are future economic benefits flowing to the entity. Moving on to paragraph 15. According to paragraph 15, an item of PPE that qualifies for recognition as an asset shall be measured at its cost. So, referring to table 2 from the cases which contain the detail of assets in Shah Fish Farm, it has cages, which is the small cages and the larger cages, a drum float, and storage facility, which is main storage facility and smaller storage facility. All of these assets are measured at a cost. Therefore, all of these assets are recognized as PPE in Shah Fish Farm business. Right, we're gonna look through paragraph 16. Paragraph 16 stated that the cost of an item of PPE should comprise the purchase price and any cost directly attributable to bringing the asset to the location and condition necessary for it to be capable of operating, and the initial estimate of the cost of dismantling and removing the item and restoring the site on which it is located. So for the first point, the cost of an item of PPE should be comprised the purchase price. Firstly, we're gonna look to Shah's truck. He purchased this truck from Patin sales. Therefore, this truck are recognized as PPE for this business. Secondly, we're gonna look back to the cages. Alright, so Shah and his father started the business on 1982 with just 20 cages. A year before his father deceased, they changed their farm to another location because eventually the original location was not suitable anymore for their farm. Shah brought the cages from the original location to another location because the cages can be dismantled and it could be moved from one location to another location. Therefore, that is why we recognize the cages as PPEs.
Hi, my name is Wanadina Hanim. Okay, I will explain about the measurement of MFRS 116, which is for property, plant and equipment. Okay, an item of PPE that qualifies for recognition as an asset should be measured at cost for the initial measurement, and this is explained by Shahira before. Then for the subsequent measurement, an entity should choose either to use cost model in para 30 or revaluation model in para 31 as its accounting policy, and should apply this policy to an entire class of PPE. Okay, as simplified, what I have stated in MFRS 116, for the cost model in para 30, PPE can be measured as cost minus accumulated depreciation and also accumulated impairment loss. Okay, for the revaluation model in para 31, PPE can be measured as fair value at the date of the revaluations minus subsequent accumulated depreciation and also subsequent accumulated impairment loss. Okay, next, in MFRS 116, para 43, also stated that each part of PPE with a cost that is significant to the total cost should be depreciated separately. Okay, we took cage as an example. There are different types of material that made up the cage used in the operation, where both types have different lifespan and some of the cage are acquired at different dates. So, for the depreciable amount of an asset should be allocated on a systematic basis over its useful life as stated in MFRS 116, para 50.
A very good day, Doctor. I am Gokoli and I'll be presenting on measurement of assets based on Shah's Patin Farm. Our group has chose the financial year end to be 31st May for Shah's Patin Farm, as the information collected from Sabri will be most up to date for the financial assistance application dated starting from 1st of June 2019. Therefore, our financial reporting period will be from 1st of June 2018 till 31st May 2019. We have calculated the carrying amount of the assets in Shah's farm based on cost model stated in MFRS 116 paragraph 30, where accumulated depreciation is deducted from cost of assets. The depreciable amount of the asset was calculated over its useful life as given from the case. One of the assets identified in Shah's farm are the cages, which consist of steel frame and also net. In small cages, the steel frame the lifespan of 7 years. Therefore, depreciation during the year was calculated over its useful life, which is RM 14286. Taking example from section 1 and 2. Accumulated depreciation was then calculated since the date of acquisition, 1st January 2013, which was 6 years and 5 months ago, which brings to RM 91716. Another example is the net, which has the lifespan of 4 years. From the case given, the net will need to be changed every 4 years, and therefore, the net acquired in 1st January 2013 were fully disposed and will not appear in the balance sheet. Therefore, the accumulated depreciation will only be calculated based on the newly acquired net, which is dated 1st January 2017, which is 2 years and 5 months ago. That comes to the figure RM 36300. Alright, up next will be for the big cages. The calculation will be the same as the small cages, where the depreciation is calculated over its useful life of 7 and 4 years respectively. However, big cages from section 7 to 10 were only purchased during the year which was 31st December 2018. Therefore, the depreciation is only up to 5 months, and it will be disclosed as additions of PPE in the PPE table, which will be presented later by my groupmate. Alright, another asset identified in Shah's Patin Farm will be the buoy or drum floats. The date of acquisition is 1st January 2018 with the lifespan of 4 years. The cost of the asset was calculated with 680 units of drum floats multiplied by RM23 per unit of drum floats. Therefore, the depreciation during the year is then calculated over its useful life, which comes up to RM 3910.
Hi, my name is Mama Ezra, and now I will explain about the calculation for the depreciation for main storage facility, smaller storage facility, and for the third one is truck. For the first one, main storage facility, date of acquisition is at 1 January of 2018 with a lifespan of 10 years and at cost of 15,000 ringgit. Depreciation expenses for this main storage facility for the date of 2019 is we calculate by 15,000 ringgit and we divide by 10 years of lifespan and we multiply by 5 over 12 month of usage and we get 630 ringgit. For accumulated depreciation is we calculate by 15,000 ringgit and we also divide by 10 years of lifespan and we multiply by 5 over 12 month of usage and we also get 680 ringgit. For the second one is smaller storage facility. Shah has 2 units of smaller storage facility at 10,000 ringgit each with a total cost of 20,000 ringgit at date of acquisition of 1 January 2018 with a lifespan of also 10 years. For the depreciation expenses for 2019, we calculate by 20,000 ringgit and we divide by 10 years of lifespan and we get 2,000 ringgit. And accumulated depreciation for this smaller storage facility is we calculate by 20,000 ringgit and we divide by 10 years of lifespan and we multiply by 1 year and 5 months of usage and we get 2,840 ringgit. Next, for the depreciation for trucks, we assume that Shah has bought a 6,000 ringgit cost of a truck with a date of acquisition at 1 June 2012 with a lifespan of 15 years. And for the depreciation expenses for financial date of 2019, we get when 60,000 ringgit we divide by 15 years of lifespan and we get 4,000 ringgit. And accumulated depreciation is when 60,000 ringgit we divide by 15 years of lifespan and we multiply by 7 years of usage and we get 28,000 ringgit.
Hi, I'm Filza Amira with Raji, and I will explain about the disclosure of property plant and equipment. So as we refer to Patin cases, we have to refer on MFRS 116 para 73, which the financial statement should be disclosed on each class of property plant and equipment on the following that have 5 requirements. First is the measurement basis used to determine the gross carry amount, as we can use the historical cost, current cost, or maybe the market cost. B is the depreciation method used, such as the straight line or maybe the sum of their digits. C is the useful life, as it has been determined by the class of PPE, or maybe that we can determine by ourselves. As example, the land, we put it as 100 since there are no depreciation and 100 is the maximum. And the depreciation rate are depends on the depreciation method that we used earlier. And D is the gross carry amount, as we got an A, and the accumulated depreciation that we got as B and C, as the aggregate impairment losses at the beginning and the end of period. And the last one is we have to recon the gross carry amount at the beginning and the end of period.
Thank you, Friza. I am Nur Anis Nurjaminti Abdullah and I'm going to proceed the presentation with disclosure of asset for Shah Farms. Okay, in order to get the net book value as at 31st of May 2019, we will take the cost of the asset minus by the accumulated depreciation that have been presented by Ezra and Nicole previously. Okay, we will proceed with the cost. As for the cost, we will take the initial cost minus added by the addition of asset minus the disposal and we will get the total cost. As for the accumulated depreciation, we will take the initial accumulated depreciation added by the depreciation for the financial year and minus the disposal. Okay, we will proceed with the calculation where the small cage, the steel frame costs 200,000 minus 190,000 and 145 ringgit, where we will get the net book value for 80,855. As for the net, the total cost is 120,000 minus the accumulated depreciation for 65,100 and we will get 54,900. For the large cage, the steel frame is cost by 210,000 minus 28,029 ringgit, where we will get the net book value for 181,971 ringgit. Okay, for the net, the cost is 140,000 minus by 32,700. We will get 107,300 ringgit. Okay, for the drum floats, the cost is 50,640 minus the accumulated depreciation for 5,552 ringgit, where we will get the net book value for 10,088 ringgit. For the storage facilities, the main is cost by 50,000 minus the accumulated depreciation for 630, and we will get the net book value for 14,370. For the smaller storage facility, it will cost 20,000 minus the accumulated depreciation for 2,840, where we will get the net book value for 17,160. And the last one is the truck, where the cost is 60,000 minus by accumulated depreciation for 28,000, where we will get the net book value for 32,000. Okay, as for the total cost for the asset as at 31st of May 2019 is cost by 780,640 minus the total accumulated depreciation, which is 281,996 ringgit, and we will get the total net book value for asset as at 31st of May 2019 for 498,644 ringgit. I think that's all from us, the Big Boss Group, for the requirement. Thank you.